Hello and welcome, and sorry for not posting for a while. I've been busy doing a lot of things, and one of those things are making my course, and it took a lot longer than I expected it to do. And another thing is one of my friends moved home, so I have been helping out with moving stuff and making his living in order, and other things as well. So I've been kind of busy doing a lot of things, but it's not an like there's not that is not an excuse for not posting videos, but I made it an excuse now, so sorry for that. But so the course is basically, I'm going to speak a little bit about it, but the course is basically how you quit alcohol in a like much deeper level. It's not like surface level things. It's not like do this and you will get cured. It's like do the work and you will get cured for life. It's not surface level things. It's just how you quit on a deeper level. It's not like bullshit. If you know what I'm speaking about, then you know, like in general what I'm speaking about. I'm not speaking about surface level things. It's like what you get to heal in yourself to be able to quit and not be able to and not have to think about alcohol or whatever for like it's just I don't think about alcohol. I don't think about how poor me that I cannot drink. I'm glad that I'm not drinking, and I'm really like I cannot say proud that I'm not drinking, but it feels great to not be drinking because it took a lot of time for me to be drinking, and I'm able to do a lot of other things when I'm not drinking. So I can focus on things that kind of matter more to me. So but it's a course in how you quit on a deep level, and it's everything that I could think about what I could put into a course and make it to some sort of use for a person. So it's everything I kind of know, and if it's something that if you decide to buy it, then if it is something that you feel that this is missing, then comment in the course, because I'm able to see those comments and then I can like see what I can do if it's something that I can do something about. So that's enough about the course, and it will be available. I will put a link under this video, I believe. So it's available and it's not expensive in like what I would see. It's a really, really cheap night out. And so if you are interested in quitting or controlling your drinking, or in general, look what I have created, then you can buy it. So, but enough about that. Also, I kind of got a little bit mad about a headline about obesity, which is kind of, it's not really like the thing that I would speak about in like that way, but obesity and smoking and drinking and all of these things that we start doing to coping with some problem that we have in life. It's not smoking, maybe not super much, but drinking and like taking drugs, whatever, eating is like things that we do to cope with our like emotional issues. And it's so funny because according to like science, or whatever you want to call it, both science, there is nothing you can do about it because it's a chronic disease. Obesity is a chronic disease. Drinking is a chronic disease. Nicotine addiction is a chronic disease. I mean, what the fuck? It means that if you start doing these things, or if you have obesity, like that's the one that I kind of got mad about, because it's seen as a chronic disease. So if you eat yourself fat, they didn't say that it was even caused by eating. It was just something that you get, and now all of a sudden you can't do anything about it, which is kind of fucking insane. I mean, if you drink, it's a chronic disease. If you have a chronic drinking disorder, then you know that if I stop drinking, then I will get cured. But with obesity, it was like, no, you can't do anything because it's a chronic disease. They didn't even say that you should probably not be eating super much of these foods that are not good for you. Because everyone that has ever gotten fat knows that it comes from eating. And if you don't know that, then you kind of, I don't know where you have been living. So, but everyone always says that, stop eating and you will get fat. And but in this article, it didn't say anywhere that it is caused by food. It was just that, obesity is a chronic disease according to them. So you can't do anything about it. So you just might as well, if you're getting fat, then just continue eating because it's good for you. I mean, That's the reason you are not getting fat. So it's so fucking stupid. I got so mad about it that because it's really like, if you like get the obesity, like sickness or whatever disease, because it's seen as a disease, which is completely fucked up, because it's not a disease, it's you that have some issues with something. I'm not saying that it is like a problem, because usually when we start, it is with alcohol and drugs, whatever. We are trying to cope with something that we do not want to have in our like memories or consciousness or whatever we want to be, because we don't like that, because it's a feeling of super discomfort, and discomfort in ways that we cannot really handle them, or like it's not something that we want to experience. So that's why we're trying to cope with drinking and smoking and eating and things like that. So I'm not saying that it is not a problem, but if you start figuring out the problems, what's causing the things, then you will start noticing that it kind of dissolves itself. So if you have a problem with eating, drinking, smoking, whatever, it is usually something that triggers it, some trauma of some sort. And it's like the whole thing, I was so mad about this fucking obesity crisis. It was one third of the population now have a kind of risk of obesity, and they said that it is how it is and you can't do anything about it. What in the fuck? If someone would say that, oh, if you drink beer every day and you get addicted, it's like, nothing you can do, because you cannot stop drinking. It's the same. You cannot stop eating. You cannot stop. It's kind of, as long as you have the trauma that is causing this, it doesn't even have to be trauma. It can be something else. It can be something that, for me, drinking from the beginning was just fun. I was like enjoying drinking. And then I caused myself a lot of traumas and old dramas, and started living out of that instead, and started living more like a victim, and poor me. And that's kind of what we like are now with the obesity, because you can't do anything about it, so you have to just live like a victim. And you know what the next step for this is? When they have made you believe that you cannot do anything about this disease, then they all of a sudden find some magical vaccine or something like that, and now you can take this and you will get cured from your obesity. That's exactly what they are going to do. Because if they have an agenda with something, then there is an agenda with everything. Don't confuse yourself and think that all of a sudden you will get they will tell you that, oh, if you just change your mind about things and start healing yourself, then you will get cured from this disease, which is not a disease in that way. It's just something that we start doing to cope with our problems. And then all of a sudden you will get cured. It's not the way that it's going to work. It is going to work the way that, oh, if you take these pills, then you will get cured. Or if you take this vaccine, you will get cured. Or if you take this medication, you will get cured. So if you believe that you are a victim and you cannot do anything about anything, then you are, because that's the way that, like, whatever you want to call them, they want you to live. Because if you would be a person of like complete independence, and you can think for yourself with everything, and you can handle your own problems in that way, you are really, really hard to control. And that's the biggest issue they have with us, because if they cannot control us, then we are kind of hard to control. That's not optimal for people that want us weak and pathetic, and just do as we are telling you to do. Take this, take that, eat this, eat that. You're a victim. Don't try to escape it, because we are telling you that you are a victim, and it's really important to know that you are a victim, because everything is programming us to believe that we are victims of our reality. And what better, everyone knows that if you stop eating the things that are making you fat, then you will start losing all the weight again. And you cannot just blame someone or something outside of you for being 200 kilos. It's like not, you can't blame people. That is one of the things that we cannot blame anyone for our own issues. we have to take ownership of our own problems, because if we don't take ownership of our own problems, our own issues, our own whatever we want to call them, then we are victims. And if we are living like victims, then outside circumstances will control us. And if you want to be controlled by outside circumstances and people telling you that, oh, this is the way you should live now, and take this and take that, and you have to do it, otherwise we will do something, whatever. So one of the things that if you want to quit something, you will have to take ownership of yourself, ownership of what you believe in. I mean, if you truly feel that you want to quit, or you want to do something, you want to lose weight, whatever it is, then you will have to take ownership of your life in a complete way. It's not like, yeah, I'm going to lose weight now. You will have to figure out what made you gain weight in the beginning, because if you don't figure that out, then it will be hard to, like, in the future, you could as easily gain that weight back, because if you don't feel worthy of certain things, then you can start eating again. The same with alcohol, same with smoking, same with everything. If you don't heal the problem from the beginning, then you will just be able much more easily to fall back into old patterns. And that's not the whole point of quitting something. You quit something because you want to quit it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to fall back then. But most people, when we quit something, we quit it by so much willpower, so much force. And when we do that, it's so easy to fall back, because we never heal the thing that made us addicted from the first place. So yeah, that was kind of, I just had to, like, I got so mad about this headline that I saw, so I had to say something about it. I'm not speaking about obesity in that way, but in general, but it's the same as addictions in general. So addictions to food, addictions to alcohol, addictions to drug, whatever it is, it's all the addictions you have, it kind of wants to do the same thing. It wants to numb you of the feelings of unwanted feelings, basically. So they all do the same thing. So yeah, that was kind of what I had to say about this today. And I usually don't speak about obesity, but I got kind of annoyed by this headline that tells you that, oh, you can't do anything about it. If you are fat, you will be fat forever. And they didn't say that you should probably stop eating the things that made you fat in the beginning. It was like nothing. They didn't tell you anything. And this is what was a, like, institution that actually does science in this bullshit. So yeah, don't trust both science. Trust people that are telling you the truth. There is a lot of people, doctors, whatever, that are actually speaking the truth, but they will not have a work in their fields anymore, because they are speaking against the, like, mainstream way of seeing things. And the mainstream way of seeing things is that we have to be victims, because otherwise we are not easily to control. So yeah. And yeah, that's kind of what I want people to understand, that we are not supposed to live like victims, because we are much stronger than that. So yeah, but if you want to know more about how to quit alcohol, then the course is available. And yeah, so I'm not gonna say more about this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.